I don't see the metaverse as this one specific virtual place, this one thing. I think we've all lived in the metaverse, right? Because a lot of our attention is digital, right? Our identities are online, like Instagram and TikTok. We're always on Zoom meetings rather than being in person. So we're all slowly entering this phase that we call metaverse. It's really digital attention. And COVID just, I think, accelerated it, right? More people are now living digitally. And certainly I live more digitally. Yeah, I would say focus on real utility, like not speculation. I think, the phases so far in the space were focused a lot around making money, making quick money. I would say find communities that you relate to, right? That you like, their mission, and start getting involved, start helping, join their Discord, learn what they're all about, and slowly get involved. But don't go into it thinking that, the metaverse can make you rich fast, because you might get disappointed. It's a long-term play, and now starting to learn and iterate is important, both for individuals, but also for businesses. The space is in this very interesting point in time where NFTs are about to start getting used at scale for mainstream applications, like really amazing games that players just love to play. But for that mainstream piece, there's a lot of challenges. For example, blockchains like Ethereum do not scale, they're too slow, their gas fees are really high, and other blockchains that try to solve those issues really sacrifice security and open themselves up to hacks. And we as Immutable, we've built big games like Gods Unchained, and we've had to deal with those challenges firsthand. So that's how Immutable was born, like a platform to help games build massive and high quality NFT economies, but for mainstream audiences. And I'll pause there, but I can also be more specific around the 4 areas that we add value. We would sell our platform to a big gaming studio, right? That they want to launch a really large Web3 game. For example, one you might know is Illuvium or Ember Sword, right? So we would be a platform solution for them, and we would help them in 4 areas. The first one is scale. With Immutable, a game can scale for mainstream usage, right? Like now 9,000 transactions per second, and build amazing user experiences with instant trade. So you click, the NFTs there, you don't have to wait, you don't have to pay a lot of money for gas fees. So we allow for scale, but without sacrificing security. We build directly on Ethereum, and we inherit Ethereum's security so that the players and the games are protected. So those are 2. The third is that engineers and projects on Immutable can build really, really easily. We give them standard APIs and SDKs, which are tools that they know how to use, right? And really quickly they can launch projects. They don't have to go figure out how to reinvent the wheel from scratch. And the 4th thing is something really cool that we've built. It's called the liquidity engine, right? So imagine that every app, every game, every marketplace on Immutable is built on the same global order book. So when you have one game and the player wants to sell the NFT and it shows up in one marketplace, that sell order, it can actually be filled by any of the other marketplaces that are integrated on Immutable, right? And different marketplaces attract different audiences, right? Different people. And so the pie grows bigger, and the chances of that NFT getting sold are maximized, right? And so with more liquidity comes more transactions, which equals massive NFT economies. So those are the 4 areas: scale, security, building easy, and this idea of maximizing liquidity. Yeah, so imagine if you've launched a game, Illuvium, and you've bought a certain item in Illuvium and you want to sell it, right, as a user. That order, the sell order, can show up in the Kinguin marketplace, but at the same time, anyone from any other marketplace, for example, Token Trove or Mintable, can see that sell order and can buy it, right? So you maximize how many people can bid and buy on buy the NFT. The characteristic of NFTs is that they're non-fungible. Each one of them is unique, right? So if you have a unique item and only a few people that might buy it, chances are it's not going to get bought. And the reality is today, the vast majority of NFTs are not bought, right? So games, it's very hard to scale their economies. But if you can have everybody on the same order book, right? Every marketplace can have its audiences buy that NFT potentially. And so you maximize the chance of success. So far, the applications built were targeted for crypto audiences, right? So the user experience was bad and it was more about speculation. So it hasn't been able to really go into the mainstream so that you and me can go in and play these games. The reality is that amazing games take a really long time to build, right? And for the last 2 years, big gaming studios have been investing a lot of money to create this AAA gaming experiences. And they're gonna start coming out in the next months. And so I think that's what's gonna be important for the market. Like these really high quality games that you and me and everybody here wanna play to play it is what's going to actually get the NFT economies to be successful, right? Games that you love to play. And it so happens that the assets in the game are NFTs.